maybe a bit controversial saying this, but here it says no horses or vehicle. Now, is a bike a vehicle? I'm riding my bike on the road. I can tell you, cars don't treat me like a vehicle. Well, hello folks, it's Richard here from Bikepacking Adventures, and as you see, it's another snow and ice day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's probably going to be about the same sort of distance as my last ride out in the snow, which was about 50k. I'm going to try find a few more trails today, which are still covered in snow, rather than head to the wilds. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've probably seen my start location change. I'm now in Cleethorpes, which is on the east coast, here for the next couple of months. Beautiful along here today. I see, stunning. Wearing my heated gloves today. These ones from Go Cozy, not worn them for a year now. I'm just making my way out of the Humberston Fitties, about to turn the left, go through some woods. I'm just going to dip home, in fact, put some lube on the chain. I should have done it this morning, but I didn't for some reason. So do that, wait 5 minutes and then get back out again. A lot less snowy than yesterday, which just shows how popular these woods are for walking. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a tour of my local area really. This is called South Sea Lane. Not much to look at for you, I guess, but for me it's memories. This was, what do you remember in the school days? I don't know if it still happens in schools, where they take you on a cross-country run. They make you run like 3 miles or something. Does that still happen nowadays? So I'm back trotting across the field between Wendover and South Sea Lane, having lubed my chain. Hopefully that'll get rid of this squeaking now. In fact, I can't remember last time I put lube on this chain. It was probably a while ago. I washed it yesterday, but, well, I say washed, I mean like the chain. Anyway, as the day's getting on, this ice is very slowly melting. I don't know whether this side is best or the other side, to be honest. But yeah, even out on coast here, it's the temperature is sitting very close to freezing. I'm not sure about this. Because there's very few woods around here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the beginning of that woods, I think, and just go through the whole lot again. Why not, eh? No, I'm not going to film all of this bit, but I just thought I'd let you know, I do have some affinity towards woods, and it's more than just the wild camping side of things. I think it's because there are lack of woods in the UK, and especially in Lincolnshire. So when I do see them, I'm like, wow, yeah, this is fantastic. We need more woodland, you know. I know when I rode the Royal Chilterns in, I'd say October, it was just full of woodlands everywhere, which made it for me, it was just, you know, really good. I might do that this year. I work from home, so what I tend to do, I've got my van kitted out for sleeping. I say kitted out, I don't mean fully furnished, I mean, you know, there's enough room to put a sleeping bag down and what have you. So, you know, I can go down on a Wednesday after work, park the van somewhere, whether it's a campsite or just use my own electricity. Got a couple of those power stations, I can use those and be ready for 3 PM when I finish work on a Friday. And you know, just head out showing those trails from there. Oh, I can see I'm yearning for spring and summer already. Big long bikepacking adventures, yeah. That reminds me, I've actually been in touch with Brandon and AD, who we did the March Castles with, and we've been talking about doing another route this year, and may be doing the Badgers Divide, or rather the Badger Divide, which, if you don't know, it starts in Scotland, Inverness, and you travel to Glasgow. I've been watching my daily dose of Josh from Keep Smiling Adventures. Been watching him from about 3 years ago when he was up that way, so it looks fantastic. So yeah, perhaps I'll do that in 2026, who knows. In fact, I will talk through most of these woodlands. Yeah, so later this year, there's a couple of routes that I definitely will be doing, rather races. First of those is the Tracker Adventure, also known as the Tracker 560, which is held in Girona in northern Spain, Pyrenees kind of region. Looking forward to that, end of April. And although I've not put my hands in the pockets, probably will at the end of January, I will be doing the, what's it called, the Utrecht Ultra XL, which is in August. So that's at least 2 in the calendar. Possibly get a third one in there as well. I have been looking at a few contenders. One of those is the Pan-Celtic one over in an island. I think it's like the shorter distance or something. Not the full thing, but the shorter distance. And I was looking at another one last night. I think it's called Further. I fancy perhaps doing the one over in Cornwall, although it's a long way to go. We'll see anyway. Those are things that I'm, crossing my mind as, I guess, interested at the moment. Anyway, we've left the woods now, as you can see, onto the trails with a single track and gravel track towards Tetney Locks. Now, I don't make a habit of sharing observations too much on people, and I guess it's more of an observation on the energy drink company, but I've seen a few people walking, dogs, and just walking in general, like they're on an epic adventure with an energy drink in hand, like typical like a monster drink, and you're only walking 2-3 miles. When did that happen? Growing up in the 80s, you'd be on a bike and you'd ride all day, and you won't get home, and you made sure you got home before dark. And we didn't have energy drinks. We went to the shops, got a juice of some kind, maybe a can, energy drinks on a thing. Simple thing like walking 2-3 miles. Even back in the day, when I was like early teens, going to the pub and just walking home, not getting a taxi. It's not unusual for me, at least. Anyway, I'm heading my way to the Tetney Lock, past the llama farm soon. And what I'm going to do there, once I get to the bottom of this road, I'm going to take a left along Tetney Lock and head towards the sea. I went that way with my good mate Tony Clarkson early this year. I'm going to follow that all the way to Donnanook. Maybe, just maybe, the seals will be out. Might spot a seal or two. Anyway, it's hard to ride snow and ice with one hand. I'll tell you what, even with these gloves not heated up, I'm doing a good job of keeping my hands warm. Look at that sky. Can you see the skyline? Is the camera horizontal? Don't know, but I mean, look at that. It's just another stunning day. Not a cloud in the sky. Even out at sea, there's no snow hugging the coast or anything. On a more personal note, unrelated to cycling, I'm back at work tomorrow, back in the office, which means it's about 40-mile journey each way. Not looking forward to that tomorrow anyway, with the roads being like they are. To be honest, it's all gritted roads, nay roads, So I'm just not looking forward to having an 80-mile round trip every day. Oh well, it's only for a couple of months. So these gloves I've got on, these Go Cozy ones. If I can find a link, I'll pop it down below. Go check them out for yourself. But I've got it on the lowest setting, which I believe I can't see in the sunlight, but that's blue. And even with that, it's giving me plenty of warmth. I can literally feel it coming through onto my hands. There's 3 settings: red being the hottest, white being moderate, and the blue setting I've got it on now, which obviously means you know, I can wear them for longer before the battery dies. So I continue my way towards Donanook. A distinct lack of snow on the edge here. It surprised me a bit because I'm literally right on the coast now. But I think I'm following the right track. I've got no routes now, just making up to go along. And I think this is the right track. I mean, there's a barbed fence which has been cut and a path going off to the right. Well, I believe this to be the right way. I think it's just an overzealous landowner. I can definitely tell that the wind is on my back. My back's getting a bit chilly. Got a full sleeve jersey on. One of those insulated jackets, the ultralight jacket from Albion. And then there's the rain jacket from Albion as well. Acting as a wind blocker, as it were. And yet my back is still a little bit cold. Can't wait to turn away from the wind somewhat and a bit further along the trail. Almost done. Now this bit of the track, maybe a bit controversial saying this, but here it says no horses or vehicles. Now is a bike a vehicle? Because when I'm riding my bike on the road, I can tell you cars don't treat me like a vehicle. Again, it's no different to where I was riding before. Plenty of footprints along here. This is the Netherlands. There'd be a smooth bicycle lane all the way along here. Right, I'm off there anyway. I'm onto this nice gravel track now. And this is where you go left. That's an entrance to a farm. Definitely can't go that way. It's hard to clip in now. Got blocks of ice in the pedals. That's lovely white along here. You may disagree with that comment I just made about if it's a bike a vehicle or not, but it's about joining up places. There's people walking along here who have travelled by car just to go for a walk, when you know it's perfectly navigable on 2 wheels, more friendly for the environment, more healthy for the person. So nearly at the seals bit. I'm just looking out now actually, so I can see anything. I mean, still seal mating season from memory is November, so there might not be too many left, to be fair. I think it's the first time I've come along this little bit here. I mean, the whole area. I think normally at this time of year there's only one car park open, and it's the one behind me. Well, quite unsurprisingly, there's nothing to see. I keep looking out to see if I can spot one on camera, but nothing. Yes, this is the big overflow car park that they have open in the summer months, when there's nothing to see because there's no seals. Right, I need to find something to knock these ice outside the pedals, don't I? See what I can find. Well, it had to happen eventually. It fell off. It's some black ice, and yeah, there's a fair bit of it along here, so I'm having to be very careful. I don't know why I didn't see it, to be honest. It was right here in front of me. And it continues to be right there, just to my right. That is, dodge that. So it's about 45 minutes since I spoke to you last. I'm a little bit further inland now. heading towards a little village called Alvingham. It's a little bit inland from the coast. I say a little bit. This is snow we're talking about. Sometimes half a mile can make all the difference whether you get snow or not. And this is the kind of the case here. It's barely any. It was literally, I didn't film it, but to just went for like a wind farm at what's it called, Coningsholm, which is probably better known as the village has Applebee's ice creams, or did, or I don't know if it's still, I think it still sells them. Yeah, it's that little village, Coningsholm. And there's a bridleway through a couple farms, and it brings you out at Alvingham, which I think is just up the road now actually. Get towards the end of this, so it'll be tarmac until Fulstow, then I'll go off the road there. It's looking like it's going to be about 60k by the time I get done. I'm on 42 now, so that sounds about right. 60k, good ride out. It's one benefit of being in a flat area. You can still get out and ride. I can't imagine riding this in the Peak District at all. I'm sure plenty of people do, but I mean, like on the road, going down the hills and trying not to brake and things like that, and just tempering your brakes. But here it's a little bit different. Oh, it's a lot different to be fair. Right, road coming up, less fun, especially if you hit it, your face. Okay, so where are we now? Yarborough, little short village, just before Covenham, or the Covenhams, Covenham St, can't remember now, Bartholomew or something, the two Covenhams. Have you been enjoying the videos over this Christmas period? There's certainly been more than would normally, and that's because I know many of you are probably stuck indoors right now, whether that's on Zwift or with family, that kind of thing. There's the first Covenham St Mary. And literally 10 or 12 houses later, over there, Covenham St Bartholomew. Thought it was another church. If you look at this building coming up on the left, many years ago that used to be a village pub. I don't really know what's happening to it now. It's been like that for maybe, well, less than 2 years I think. And yes, you have not seen many cars, and that's because neither have I. It's always very quiet around here. That's why it's very popular with people on bicycles. And that's mainly because it's not really a thoroughfare, or as far as drivers are concerned, it's not really a convenient thoroughfare. So you find that many drivers don't use this as a way to get through anywhere. So just the other side of the village of Covenham, or villages, coming up to the staggered junction. You go straight to Fulstow, or right towards Covenham Reservoir, which is the way I'm going to go. Then I'm going to make a left into Fulstow. I figured there'd be less chance of black ice going that way. Right. Covenham Reservoir is actually coming up on the right, just beyond those trees, and it is a place that people love to drive to, not cycle walk, despite it being, you know, not far from Grimsby, to be fair. Bit of a trail now into Marsh Chapel. Wet here. Well, I hope you like the backdrop behind me, because it's the end of the video, end of the ride. We've got a couple of miles to go, battery's nearly dead, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this one. If you have, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Do hit a like, of course, comments down below if you've been getting out this winter weather. I always like to hear from you guys, and I read every one of your comments, so do get involved. And I'll leave you a review of some excellent wind turbines on a cold winter's day. See you again soon, take care, bye bye.